Hello, my name is Nicole Guzman and I will be making a comparative analysis of old and modern marriage. The main objective is to present the history of marriage and compare how marriage then and now are very different from each other. In the following assignment, there will be an old and modern view of what marriage is, looks like, and works. We will go on a small trip to the 12th century, where women were valued and desired at home to be with children, teaching and serving in local communities, and carrying out their daily household jobs. But we will also observe marriage in the 21st century, these new waves of homosexuality, cohabitation, and even high rates of divorce. We will see the difference between these two eras and finally see a personal opinion on marriage and its essence. Marriage before. By the 12th century, marriage was considered a sacrament established by God, a valuable act of love and commitment. In Catholicism, it's still believed that the sacrament of matrimony is between God, the man, and the woman. In the Victorian era, talking about the history of the United Kingdom, from 1837 to 1901, the family and home became extremely fundamental, as it became a refuge from the harsh world. The importance of committed marriage, a household wife, and a hard-working father was the perfect picture of what marriage was supposed to be. Even divorce was very difficult to obtain. First, if there was no sufficient reason to divorce, then, according to the magistrate reviewing the paperwork, the couple could not get divorced. For men, divorce became available afterwards, but not for women. But, although marriage and the family were considered a safe place, for some people it was a place of terror and constant danger. For some women had to deal with severely abusive husbands, while they couldn't speak out for themselves. Marriage now. In the 21st century, it's different from before. Today, marriage is increasingly optional. It is not considered the fundamental core in the raising of children, since most of them grow up in a single-parented home. There are also so many new ways of what marriage is and what it should look like, from hard-working independent mamas and stay-at-home dads to gay marriages with adoptive children that have overflown this century. Also, what we call as cohabitation is extremely common, both in homosexual couples and heterosexual couples. Not having to depend on a legal document to consider yourself married is the trend nowadays. Don't forget to mention how easy it is to get a divorce from your spouse if both of you don't agree on something. Marriage, in today's era, seems like gum on a cloth. Just stick a piece of ice and freeze it until it becomes so hard it will crumble without any help needed. That's what today's marriage looks like. Just overpower the passion with hostility and it will easily break. My personal opinion. In my personal opinion, marriage is supposed to be a holy and valuable commitment to God first and then your spouse. According to the Bible, marriage is a vivid example of the sacrificial love of Jesus towards his church and how his church should respond to that love. But each of the extremes, from thinking of only of myself to idolizing my spouse and even taking God out of the picture, is what makes today's marriages something so fragile and easy to give up on. Observing each century's point of view on marriage shows how bending towards the extremes can be so dangerous for a solid and constant marriage. Marriage is still the fundamental core of a healthy family. It will always be a need for children to see both essential roles of their parents, and a God-centered marriage will bring joy and contentment even in the hard and dark seasons of it. In conclusion, Marriage should be considered a lifelong commitment that will strengthen the family. Marriage should be valued as it was before, but with held up honorably through the lenses of what it truly is, what it means, and how it's supposed to be carried out. This way, the divorce rate can descend and the spouses can treasure each other how they're supposed to, showing this controversial and divided world what true love and self abnegation means, looks like, and how it benefits the family.